Hello, and welcome back to Daily English with Lily and Leo. I'm Lily.
And I'm Leo. And today we are doing something a little different.
We're looking back, 5 years ago versus now. How have we changed? What would we tell our younger selves? And also, are we even the same people?
I'm going to say no. At least I hope not.
Same. Definitely not the same. And before we start, if you're new here, hello! We are so glad you found us. Subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any episodes. It's free, it takes 2 seconds, and it genuinely helps us more than you might think.
And if you've been with us for a while, thank you. Truly. Okay, Lily, 5 years ago. You go first.
5 years ago, I was 23, sitting at a desk for 9 hours a day, writing code. I was good at it. I liked it, actually, at the time, but I was also completely exhausted, and I didn't really understand why.
That was the beginning of the burnout?
Not quite yet. That came later, but the seeds were already there. I was waking up tired, going to bed tired. I stopped running for a while. I stopped reading for pleasure. I was just working.
What did a typical day look like?
Wake up, coffee, laptop. Sit there until lunch. More laptop. Some kind of food. Sit there until I couldn't keep my eyes open. Then bed, and repeat.
That's not a life, that's a loop.
It really was. And the strange thing is, from the outside, it looked fine. I had a job, I had an income, my mom was happy. She was telling everyone I was doing well.
Until she found out you were going to quit.
And then she told my aunt instead of saying it to my face. Classic. But look, I don't blame her. She worried because she cared. She just couldn't see what I could feel.
What would you tell 23-year-old Lily?
I'd say go outside more, run more. You already love it. Don't let it disappear. And listen to your body. When you're tired all the time, that's information. That's not normal. Don't call it work ethic when it's actually a warning.
That's actually good advice for anyone.
I think so too. What about you? 5 years ago, Leo.
5 years ago, I was 24. I'd been working in journalism for about a year, still figuring out how to ask the right questions without annoying everyone in the room.
You're still figuring that out.
Completely fair. But I was much more anxious about it back then. I remember finishing articles and sitting there thinking, is this actually any good? Does anyone care? And then refreshing the page every 20 minutes to see if anyone had read it.
Classic journalist anxiety.
The worst kind. And my flat was... Okay, so I had a mattress on the floor, a desk, a laptop, and about 6 plates. That was my entire setup.
What about the mystery box?
The mystery box only arrived 2 years ago. Before that, I genuinely had nothing. The box is progress.
That is the most Leo sentence that has ever existed.
I stand by it. Also, 5 years ago, I was eating a dangerous amount of pizza, like a medically concerning amount.
And now?
Now, I eat it with awareness. I savor it. It's dinner food, an occasion.
It's still breakfast food.
Every single episode.
It's tradition. But okay, seriously, what's actually different? What do you think has genuinely changed about you, beyond the pizza quantity?
I think I care less about looking like I know what I'm doing. 5 years ago, I wanted to seem confident even when I wasn't. I thought that was how you got people to trust you, perform certainty.
And now?
Now I'm fine saying I don't know yet. I'll find out. And I think people actually trust that more. Journalism teaches you that quickly. You talk to enough people who really know things and you stop pretending you do too.
For me, the big change is my relationship with rest. I used to think rest was the absence of work, like rest was what you did when there was nothing else to do.
And now?
Now I understand it's part of the work. You need it to function. You protect it. And I couldn't have told you that 5 years ago. I had to learn it the hard way.
The burnout was the lesson.
Painfully and slowly, yes. And now I can't imagine going back. I run in the morning, I make tea, I read before I start anything. It sounds small, but those things are everything.
You're very protective of your mornings. I've noticed.
Fiercely. Don't call me before 9.
Noted. Again, it's in my phone contacts. Lily, do not call before 9. Do not.
Perfect. What about the people around you? Have they changed too?
I mean, you've been following along. Nina's teaching yoga full-time now. She left the corporate job. Everyone thought she was taking a huge risk. 5 years ago, she was still in that office, feeling like, and I think she described it perfectly, a brain sitting in a chair.
That sentence has stayed with me since she said it.
She stopped dreading Mondays, Lily. That's everything. That's the whole story.
And David, 5 years ago, he was still trying to fix things from YouTube tutorials.
He flooded the whole kitchen, the sink, remember?
Oh, I remember.
Now he's a fully retrained plumber. Loves it. Says it's the best decision he ever made. He fixes things for real now, with actual skills, not a video and hope.
There's something so satisfying about that. When someone makes a scary decision and it actually works.
And Julia, 5 years ago, she hadn't been to Japan yet. She went, threw away the itinerary by day 3, found that little ramen place off the tourist trail.
She went back 3 times, didn't share a word with the people running it, just pointed and smiled.
By the second visit, they knew exactly what she wanted. No common language required, just consistency.
Julia's superpower. What about your other friends?
Tom's still in the village, still has the vinyl room, still sitting on his porch in the evenings, birds, no sirens, very slow pace. 5 years ago, that sounded peaceful to me. Now I actually understand why he chose it.
You've romanticized his porch for years.
And he romanticizes my city. He misses concert spontaneity. We've been doing this for years.
What about Mia and Anna for me? Mia was still at that writing workshop when I met her. She didn't know yet that painting was her real thing. She was just trying everything.
And now?
Now, she paints, she bakes. She's quietly excellent at both. She labels her paintings in English on the back. Color, mood, feeling. She told me once it's the most useful vocabulary practice she's done because she actually needs the words.
Anna still goes to the open mic?
Every 2 weeks. She doesn't perform, she just goes to be around people who care about language. She told me she's made more close friends there in the last year than in the 5 years before it.
All these people, all these changes. 5 years ago, none of it existed exactly like this.
And 5 years from now, it'll all look different again.
That's slightly terrifying and also quite exciting.
That's exactly the feeling. Okay, let's do grammar, because this topic is actually perfect for it.
You planned this.
I absolutely planned this. So, today we're looking at mixed conditionals. You've heard of the third conditional. We covered it back in episode 18.
If I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam. Condition in the past, result also in the past.
Right, both parts in the past. But mixed conditionals are different. The condition is in the past, but the result is in the present. The sentence mixes 2 time frames.
Give me an example from today.
If I had stayed in programming, I would be exhausted right now.
Okay, so if I had stayed, that's past perfect. Something that didn't happen. You didn't stay.
I didn't. I left.
And I would be exhausted. That's the present. The result now if things had been different.
Exactly. The structure is if plus past perfect, then would plus base verb. The condition happened or didn't happen in the past, and the result describes the present.
Let me try one. If I had moved to a bigger flat 5 years ago, I would have more space for Biscuit now.
Grammatically perfect and very revealing. If I had moved, past perfect, I would have more space. Present result.
She deserves the whole flat, honestly.
She's already claimed the corner and the mystery box.
The mystery box is hers. She decided. I was consulted, but my opinion was not considered.
Okay, another example. If Leo had opened the mystery box 2 years ago, he would know what's inside now.
I walked right into that.
You did. Now, what's the difference between a third conditional and a mixed conditional? Let me put them side by side.
Go for it.
Third conditional. If I had stayed in programming, I would have burned out completely. Both parts past. A past condition, a past consequence. Mixed conditional. If I had stayed in programming, I would be burned out right now. Past condition, present result. The situation today would be different.
So the choice depends on what you're actually describing. A past outcome, use third conditional. A present state, use mixed.
Exactly. The grammar follows your meaning. Don't choose the structure first. Know what you want to say, then the structure will come.
One more. If I had not gotten Biscuit, my flat would be much quieter now.
Is that a complaint?
Absolutely not. She sat on my chest this morning at 6:45 and stared at me until I opened my eyes. It was beautiful. Anyway, the sentence structure works.
It does. And there's also a second type of mixed conditional. You can flip the time frames. Present condition, past result.
Oh, interesting. How does that look?
If I were a night owl, which I am not, I would have missed every morning run I've ever done.
Okay, if I were a night owl, present unreal, you're not a night owl.
I very much am not.
And I would have missed, past consequence. The past would have been different.
So that structure is if plus past simple, would have plus past participle, a present unreal condition with a past result.
If I were better at saving money, I would have filled the someday jar by now.
How much is in it now?
€4.60. Biscuit sits on it. She's a guardian. I can't raid it with a witness.
So the jar is safe because of the cat.
The system works. Anyway, if I were better at saving, I would have filled the jar by now. Present unreal condition, past result.
Perfect. Two types of mixed conditional. Past condition, present result. Present condition, past result. Both mix the time frames.
If I had paid more attention in English class, grammar would feel easier to me now.
That is the sentence of the episode.
I'm learning in real time.
You genuinely are. Okay, vocabulary. 5 words from today.
Let's go.
First word, reflect. To think carefully about something from the past. Experiences, decisions, how things went.
We've been reflecting on where we were 5 years ago. When did you last reflect on how much you've changed?
Second word, milestone. An important moment or achievement that marks a stage in a journey.
Changing careers was a milestone. Biscuit moving in was also a milestone. Possibly the more important one.
They're both significant. Third word, perspective. The way you understand or see something, often shaped by experience.
Burnout changed my perspective on rest completely. Before that, I thought rest was wasted time. Now I know it's necessary.
Fourth word, transition. A period of change, moving from one state or situation to another.
The transition from programmer to podcaster wasn't fast. It was months of small decisions.
It really was, and I almost didn't make it. Fifth word, outgrow. To become too mature or too experienced for something. You outgrow a habit, a belief, a version of yourself.
I outgrew the idea that I always had to seem like I knew what I was doing.
That one takes a while for most people.
Some people never do.
So, reflect, milestone, perspective, transition, outgrow. 5 words for talking about change, growth, and looking back. Write them down. Use them.
And if you want to practice, try using one in a mixed conditional. Something like, if I hadn't gone through that transition, I would have a completely different perspective now.
Or, if I had reflected more 5 years ago, I would feel more settled today.
The grammar and the vocabulary fit together naturally. That's not an accident.
No, it's not. Okay, motivation. And this one feels personal.
It feels like the whole episode was leading here.
Maybe it was. We spent this whole episode looking back 5 years, and it's easy to do that and only see the things you could have done differently.
If I had started sooner, if I had asked for help earlier, if I had taken that chance when it was there.
The regret spiral.
Which is real and human and completely understandable. But here's the other way to look at it. 5 years ago, you were making decisions with the information and the energy you had at that exact moment. You couldn't have known what you know now. That's not a failure. That's just being in the middle of something.
And now you're 5 years further along, with more information, a clearer sense of what you actually want, a better understanding of how you work.
Exactly. The version of you that's sitting here right now, that person was built by 5 years of small, imperfect, real decisions, not by a perfect plan, by showing up.
And in 5 more years, you'll look back at today the same way.
So don't wait until you have the full picture. You never have the full picture. You just take the next step, and then the one after that, 1% every day.
1% every day.
The compound interest on that is enormous. You just can't see it yet, but it's there.
Financial metaphors. You've been talking to David.
He's very practical. It rubs off. Okay, closing time. What's the challenge this week?
Write down one thing that's different about you compared to 5 years ago. Just one. A habit, a belief, a relationship, something real that changed.
And then write a mixed conditional about it. If I had not done that, I would be different now. Or, if I were still that person, I would have missed this.
Use the grammar with something real from your own life. That's how it sticks.
Leave it in the comments. We read every single one, and we love seeing your sentences.
And if you're not subscribed yet, please do. It's free, it helps us, and it means the next episode lands right where it should.
Tell a friend who's learning English. Even one person, it makes a difference.
Tell a colleague. Tell someone on the bus.
Always with the bus.
The best recommendations come from strangers on public transport. This is a fact. It is not a fact.
It might be a fact.
Thank you so much for being here today. This one felt like a good one.
It did. Thank you for spending this time with us. You're doing better than you think. Seriously.
Take care, everyone. See you next week.
Bye.